So good evening, my friends. I think we can start now. It's been 8:35 now. So it's my pleasure actually to have you over here. We are truly honored to have you over here because we never expect this much candidate will be participating in this session, and we have to express our sincere thanks for that. And it's really a great pleasure to have you over here. On behalf of QServe, I want to extend a warm welcome and sincere thanks for joining us today. And I should tell you, you are here because to learn about MRACS. And it's why are you here? It's a quick question. If somebody asks you, you after your tough job time, after working 8 hours, now still you find some time to sit with us. It's indicating your strive for learning, actually. It's showcasing your strive to learn and move forward. It's a statement, I'm sure. Without any doubt, I can tell you it's a statement from you that you need to grow in your career, you need to excel in your career. And we are really excited. And I can say with all pride that we will be having the full privilege to walk this path with you. You are here, and we will really privilege to walk with you across this presentation. I won't waste much of your time. I would like to introduce QServe to you first because many of are new candidates and many people from different region. So firstly, I will take a moment to introduce QServe. So QServe is a firm dedicated to guiding professional towards MRAC's accreditation. We focus on training such a way that we're focusing on structured training, mentorship. Same time, we are emphasizing on the practical insights. We are not just focusing on the theoretical part of it, but same time we are putting a hand on practical part also. So we always make sure theory and practical should go hand to hand so that the concept is completely clear for you. Speaking in a very candid way, it may look dramatic, but I can tell you, our results speak for themselves actually. And it's our privilege to tell you that 100% of our candidates clear the latest APC prelims. The last submission, all of our candidates cleared their submission. It's a great achievement for us, to get 100% success rate for the APCs. Besides, we built an exceptional track record on MRACS also. We have our LinkedIn pages and YouTube channels. You can see our success stories over here. Not limiting. We always focus on the placement also, and we make sure our candidates are placed across the industry, be it a consultant, be it a contractor. We made sure whoever needed in a job, we made sure they are placed. And QServe actually formed by two very close friends, myself and my partner Siad. We have like 15 years of industrial experience in different stakeholders, and we were doing this mentoring for last 4 or 5 years, not as a QServe, but as a two team members. But when I'm doing a mentorship in time to time, there is always a lack of professionalism over there. And many of the candidates actually requesting to start a course or a professional training for them. That's the only reason we thought of starting something called QServe or a consult called QServe. And we are here for that. I would like to introduce about ourselves in a very very quick word, myself, Mithun Suvarnan. I'm also an MRACS chartered surveyor. I got a couple of other membership like MIQS, CPP, and I'm pursuing law right now. I'm working as a group manager with one of developer in UAE. And I have with me Mr. Siad. Siad is again, he's an MRACS certified QS. He also had a couple of other membership like MC arbitration, CQS, MAQS, and currently he's pursuing LLM. And he's working as a senior course consultant with Atkins, Saudi Arabia. Okay, so that's all about QServe and ourselves. So the main agenda of this sessions, guys, when I was in your position, when I was wondered about MRACS, I was really blank actually. I don't know whom to approach, where to approach, how to gather information. I don't know what is eligibility. I don't know how to enroll. There are a couple full of questions. And I don't have answers also that time. Not now. I'm talking about when I was started my journey 2018 or 19. I was in a in it was completely like Lanima. I want to do it, but I don't know how to do it. I want to achieve it. I don't know how the roadmap for that. So this session, we molded such a way that by end of the session, I'm sure you many of you are joined here with a lot of doubts. But I just want to ensure that by end of this session, okay, you will get answer for all your doubts, and you will be completely perfect to proceed with the MRSS, be with us or with anybody. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you across this eligibility criteria, what is fees, how you can enroll, how you going to write SOE, what is case study, how you write case study, what is CPD, how you get CPD, then of course then moving forward, prelim submission, final submission till interview. So we are just drawing a roadmap from eligibility to interview. But at the end, we're going to explain our role as a Q serve, like how we going to support you in your journey, like how you put hand to hand in your journey. That's what our plan about this session. Okay, and we will try to make it very warming, and we will try to make it more interactive and in a like an open atmosphere. I will definitely give you chances for interaction and questions. That will be like just to make sure you follow things in the right way. We'll make sure that that style is being followed. Let us see something about RACS. What is RACS? Why is RACS? You already have an answer with you, because if you want to know about RACS and if you want to become an RACS, you should know what is RACS. And if you are not concerned about that, the 42 guys are not sitting with me in this presentation. So, what is RACS, guys? I just want to make sure it is not a credential. Many people think it's a certificate. Let's get it. Let's put in our name, get a new job, and move forward. No, that's not the right. It's not at all a credential. It represents the highest standard in the built environment. When I say highest standard, it literally represents the highest standard in the industry. And it's going to be a milestone. If you decided to enroll for MRACS, you decided to study, prepare for MRACS, and you're ready to or decided to appear for interview, that is going to be a stepstone or a milestone in your career, a turning point of your career for sure, because you can see there are thousands of QS over here. In thousands of QS, you can count the MRACS people. That is the value of that, and that is the main differentiation between rest of the QS and an MRACS QS. That's why MRACS accredited surveys getting more respect and value in the industry. Okay, so as I said, it's a gold standard in QS professionals. Nothing more than that. A gold standard term is used by RACS only, because RACS called it as a gold standard, and you ought to respect that. It means nothing above that. Gold is the most precious, and nothing above it. And you get a international recognition for this. It's not just in UAE, not just in GCC. Across the globe, you can make use of it. Be it Australia, be it New Zealand, be it Canada, be it India, be it Pakistan, be it any country. This is the ultimate membership. That means it's like a passport. It's like a global passport for you. You go UK, start working, you have value there. They won't ask you like, you are QS from which country? You are a QS who had MRICS. That make you the most prestigious professional in the industry. Okay, and it's not just a membership guy, it's a chartered membership. Chartered means you are the ultimate guy in that profession. You are a SME, subject matter expert. People look up to you for advice, client look up to you for advice. You are getting that level knowledge by the end of your preparation and by the end of your interview. It enrich your knowledge completely. It enhances your knowledge to a next level, like you would be able to crisply give an advices any moment of time. And it's the benchmark for country service in terms of prestigious membership, in terms of value, in terms of global presence, in terms of esteemed representation, in terms of enhanced knowledge. That all end up, or that all boil down to a one name called RICS. And that membership is the MRICS membership, which is the ultimate chartership or ultimate membership for a QS. That's all about, RICS, and that all about the value of RICS. Now you know why MRICS. Let's see what is that. And I'm sure you are here. You know about RICS, and you know that that's a ultimate membership. So what is the benefit you want to get out of it? As I mentioned already, yes, it's a standard membership. Yeah, globally accepted. You're going to get really good value on it, and you're going to get a lot of knowledge for sure. And you can get other membership easily. If you have MRICS, it's easy to get MIQS, AQS, CIQS, many membership because you did the ultimate thing. Remaining all are under that only. So you will get a complimentary membership also. If you are someone plan to go to Australia, you will have it. You said, I have MRSS. Now you can convert. You can attend a coffee chat and get the AQS. And importantly, your professionalism. Trust me, guys. When you start prepare for this RICS, when I was start preparing for RICS, I was like a quantity surveyor, a post-contract quantity surveyor. Okay, who doing maybe you can say variations, certification, payment application. That's it. When I start preparing, when I start interacting with people, when I know about things, when I learn about things, my level of professionalism reach very high because you're going to dedicate a lot of time for it. So similarly, you start respecting the profession. When you respect the profession, your level of professionalism will significantly shoot up. Then the expertise. It's indeed for obvious factor. You're going to learn a lot of things. Lot of things means a lot of things. You're going to learn about contract. Going to learn about tendering. You're going to learn about procurement. You're going to learn about commercial. Many things. So by the end, let us call this journey. By end of this journey, when you attend the interview, you will have that much knowledge in your brain. You may be passed, you may be failed at the interview. But when you attend the interview, if you are a person who prepared enough, you will have that much of knowledge. I used to tell to my candidates, like, guys, MRSCS is a bonus. But when you start preparation, the knowledge you're getting, that is something valuable. Nothing is equal to knowledge, right? Nothing is knowledge, experience, and knowledge. The MRICS, yes, it's a bonus for you if you prepare well and if you're able to reach that level, if you're able to crack the interview, that of course a bonus and a great achievement. Even though if you're not able to pass in first instant, the knowledge you're getting is making you an SME on that subject matter expert. Whatever anyone asks, you have an answer for that. Just imagine you have become an encyclopedia, people asking you, you giving answers. Think of the respect you're going to get of that. Just imagine if you keep in your position like you asked somebody, they're answering your questions like whatever you ask, they have an answer. Think of the respect you have for that person. The same level of respect you're also going to get. Industrial respect. When you have MRS, yes, now also when you sneak into LinkedIn and see people with MRS, you think, oh my God, these guys have MRS, yes. He is someone who had a strong knowledge. That respect is granted when you have MRS, yes. Then career growth for sure. It goes without coming. It goes like anything. Without asking, it comes. When you have MRS, yes, guys, trust me, you will be going to place yourself in a brand. You're going to present you as a brand, and people will come to the brand. When you are a QS and you are a MRA CS QS, you are like a QS with a brand. When you are a brand QS, people come to you. We will take you. Consultants. high-end contractors, clients, developers, data centers, demons. Everybody will come to you and take you. So career growth indeed, because nowadays clients are so peculiar about the MRICS. I am a client guy, so I know when I'm interviewing a QS from consultant, it will be very specific. I would say I need a QS with MRICS. I don't want to sneak into many. I don't want to filter many. Get me guys who have MRICS. So similarly, all the client will be doing that. That is the value it's getting. Okay. Then last but not the least, very important financial benefit for sure. For sure, you will be getting financial benefit for sure. I'm not exaggerating. Guys, you're going to get minimum 50% increase of salary. You can see my profile in LinkedIn, Mithun Suvarnan. You can see my profile like 2018 to 20 or 19. I was a quantity surveyor who working with MEP subcontractor. I'm not lying. You can see, check my profile. I was a MEP QS working with a MEP subcontractor. In 2020, I got MRICS. Then I landed to a senior manager position. Just imagine, I got a leap actually from QS to senior manager position, and that to one of the biggest organizations in the world as a second man. So I'm not just me. Many candidates, many people had got this leap in their career. That is, that's like a be. You will feel confident. You will be feel satisfied with your effort. That's the reason, like in a very high level, if you ceiling level, I would say all cumulatively make MRICS special. Okay, let us see like different routes, different how you approach types of membership. All those will be explained in upcoming slide. So guys, there are mainly two type of membership. Okay, one is SOC RICS and other one is MRICS. So MRICS is the ultimate membership, which you become the chartered member of Royal Institute. Okay, but there is something called associate membership also. It's more like a entry level membership. If you are someone who has less than 5 years experience, okay, like very young QSs, you just enter into the profession, but you're so enthusiastic to learn. You have a strive to learn and move forward. You can always consider SOCARICS. So SOCARICS is, I would say, it's more like encouraging young professionals or young quantity surveys to strive in the to uplift them to the next professional level. So it has mainly three categories, like three level of criteria actually. So 1 year of relevant experience and a relevant bachelor degree. So if you have, if you are someone who have 1 year experience and a bachelor degree, you can apply for ASOC RICS. That means you are qualified for ASOC RICS. Second, if you have 2 year relevant experience and a relevant higher advanced or foundation qualification, more like a diploma or something. That means you don't have degree, but you have 2 years experience plus higher qualification, the diploma. Then also you can go for SOC RICS. One more is you have 4 years relevant experience and you don't have no qualification at all. Like maybe you pass plus two or after plus two you did some courses and you went for a quantity surveyor industry. You join as a quantity surveyor. Now you're working in the QS profession for 4 years. Then still you can go for a SOC RACS. You know why this demarcation over here? Like 1 year, 2 year, 4 year. Because RACS want to ensure everybody is inclusive. Just because of a degree, just because of not having degree, they don't want somebody stopping learning. Because RACS is always like a continuous learning, okay? So if you have a degree, there is a way. If you have a diploma, there is a way. If you don't have a formal qualification, still you have a way. That means RACS considering everyone equally and they want to give opportunity for everyone. So if you are someone for under this 1, 2, 3 category, you can think of ASOC RACS. Let us go to our MRICS, like the chartered membership. What is that and how we can go for? So this is the ultimate membership, guys. And this is charter membership. Like you will have MRICS and you can use MRICS against your name. Okay. So here also you have a couple of ways because in previous case when I was explaining SOC RICS, I mentioned 1 year, 2 year, 4 year. Here also you have different way to get MRICS. Okay. So first case is like an RICS accredited degree with more than 10 years experience. So mostly in UK, Sri Lanka, and all, there is bachelor degree for quantity surveying. Those degrees are actually accredited by the RACS. But country like India and other India and all, there is no uh, degree as called quantity surveying. You cannot see BA, BSc or BE quantity surveying. There's nothing like that. So it's mainly for those people who have a degree in quantity surveying plus 10 years of experience. Those people, for them, it's called direct route. Okay. Then you have a second category. You have 5 year relevant experience and any bachelor degree. Any bachelor degree. No need to have a BTech, no need to have BE. You can have any bachelor degree plus 5 years experience because in a country like UAE and any GCC, people from different background came to UAE, and sometimes they by choice or by faith they will be working as a QS. They also have to get opportunity to become an MRICS. It's not just if you have an engineering degree only you can go for MRICS. Nothing like that. You need to have a bachelor degree, any bachelor degree, be it a BSc, be it a BA, be it any bachelor degree, plus 5 years relevant experience. Then also you can go for MRICS. Then you have 10-year relevant experience and operating at any advanced level. Say you are a director, you are a GM, or you are a CEO. Then also you can go in a route. So if you fall under any of this category, you can go for RICS. I mean, you can go for MRICS membership directly. Okay. So we're going to explain about the criteria like eligibility process and criteria. My partner Siad will be explaining this criteria and process. Over to you, Mr. Siad. Thank you.
Thanks, Midun. Good evening, all. Midun already introduced me. Myself, Siad Safar. I'm co-founder of QServe. So, without wasting much of your time, I will take it off from Midun from here. So, Midun already gave you a brief idea about the different types of membership and the basic eligibility criteria. Now, I'm going to explain a little bit in detail. Okay. So, apart from the ASOC RICs and MRICs. So, sorry, for the ASOC RICs and MRICs, there are different routes and procedures. Okay. So, for example, you can see it from the table here. So it starts with the APC with 24 month structured training. First of all, what is APC? APC means Assessment of Professional Competence, which means RICS is going to assess your professional competence. Okay. Why they want to assess? You should be, fit. You should be knowledgeable and you should have relevant enough experience to become chartered QS so that you can provide your surveying services to various types of clients, to a contracting firm, to a consultant firm, to a developer, to a public organization, to a governmental organization, anything. Okay. So RSCs has to make sure. So unlike some other accreditation or processes and all, there is no written exam here. So basically we have written submissions. Okay, and there is an 1 hour interview. Okay, so this is what the standard assessment process for the RICs, MRICS, the member of to become the chartered member of Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors. Okay, so to start with APC with 24 month structured training. Okay. So what do you mean by structured training? Structured training is something. So let us begin with the qualification. Okay. Let us assume that you have an RICS accredited degree. Okay. Either it is completed or you are still doing it, you are pursuing it, it is not completed, it is in progress. Okay. So the thing is, if you have an RICS accredited degree, not like a normal degree, for example, we from India and Asian countries, Pakistan, or some Asian countries and all, we our engineering degree is usually called as BTech or BE, like that, right? So these degrees are not accredited by RICS. So there are some RICS accredited degrees known as bachelors in quantity surveying, in construction management, in project management, like that, or masters in construction management. So there are some universities. Most of the universities are based in UK, okay, and in countries like Sri Lanka and Australia and all. So those universities are providing degrees which are accredited by RICS. Okay. So if you have a degree, be it a master's or bachelor's from one among these RICS accredited universities, then, and if you have less than 5 years of experience, okay, maybe you'll have only 1 year of experience. Okay. So in that case, and if you have an RICS accredited degree, you can choose the first option here, that is the APC with 24 months structured training. So RICS will still let you to apply for MRICS. Okay, how? They will ask you, okay, you don't have enough 5 years of experience, but you have a very good degree which is accredited by us. So we will provide you an option. You do a structured training for 24 months, then submit and then go for the interview. Okay. So structured training means it's not like, you have to join some institution and or practice under somebody to get this 2 year structured training. It's nothing like that. Structured training is basically easy. You have to maintain a diary. Okay, structured training diary. So wherein you can log in your daily work related activities. For example, January 1st, okay, I did the payment certificate. January 2nd, yes, I was doing the payment certificate, and you did this things. And by mid of the month, I was preparing the cost report. So whatever your professional works, you can list it out. So you are being trained in your profession itself. You don't have to go outside and go attend some classes and all. So for, because it's not practical, right, to attend a class or to practice under a person for 24 months or 12 months. It's not practical. So structured training means it's simple, actually, getting trained within your experience itself. Okay. So we have two criteria. So if you have an, again, RICS accredited degree with more than 5 years of experience, then RICS will give you 12 months structured training. You don't need 24 months structured training. Okay. So how is the process? You have to complete 24 months structured training. You have to submit your diary to RICS. Okay, RICS will verify. Okay, it is fine. Then you have to record 96 hours of CPD. CPD means continuing professional development. What you are attending here is actually a CPD. Okay, so CPD could be self-study. CPD could be attending a webinar like this, or a group discussion with your friends is like an informal CPD. Okay. So CPDs could be anything, a learning activity. Okay. So apart from this 24-month structured training, you will have to go through 96 hours of CPD in the last 2 years. And then there will be an online ethics test in the RICS portal. After passing that, you can submit your case study summary of experience. Okay. That we will explain in the next slides. Then you will have a chance to go for direct interview. So this is applicable for APC with 12 months and 24 months structured training. Okay. Now coming to the third one, you can see here, we have highlighted here the third and fourth one in a box, which is what we are focusing on, or which is what we are providing training for. Okay. So the first one is APC without structured training, which means you don't need a structured training, which is otherwise called as direct route. But here is an important criteria. You should have an RICS accredited degree. Okay. And you should have minimum 10 years of experience, relevant experience. When I talk about experience, it means relevant experience. You should not be working for as a site engineer for 10 years and the 11th year you want to get MRICS. No, it's not possible. So it should be QS related experience. It could be estimator, it could be a QS, it could be a commercial manager, it could be a contract administrator, okay, or a claims consultant, quantum analyst consultant, like that. Okay. So if you have an 10 years experience and RS accredited degree, again, you have to attain 48 hours of CPD in the last 1 year, and you submit your case study, you submit your summary of experience and do the ethics test and directly go for the interview. Okay. And the most common route, which is known as APC with preliminary review, simply we call it as prelims pathway. Okay. So here there are two stages. So the criteria is easy. You should have any bachelor's degree. It doesn't necessarily mean that you should have a BTech or BE in electrical, mechanical, civil engineering, or you should have a BSc QS, MSc QS, nothing like that. Even you have an arts degree and have 5 years of experience as a QS, you are still eligible. Okay, but the thing is, you should have a degree, not diploma. You should have a degree. If you have a diploma, you will be suitable for ASOC RICS, not MRICS. Okay, so if let's say you have a bachelor's degree and you have 5 years of minimum experience, then in the first stage, you have to attain 48 hours of CPD in the last 1 year. Then you have to submit the documents, which is the SOE and case study. Again, you have to do the ethics test online, then submit. Then you will wait for your result for the prelims submission, which will take around 3 to 4 months or 2 to 3 months. Once you get passed in the prelims, in the next window, which will be after 6 months. So if, for example, if you are submitting in January, the result will come in maybe March or April. Then you can appear for the final submission after 6 months from January. That is in August or September, you can go for the final submission. So in the final submission, what you will do again, you should make sure that counting backwards last year, you should attain 48 hours CPD. Again, you will submit the same document which you submitted in the prelims, that is SOE and CPD, with some minor amendments. Okay, if required, then you will do the ethics test again and you will submit, and within 1 or 2 months you can attend directly the interview. So unlike the first three methods or the routes which which was direct, actually there is no prelims in between, but with preliminary reviews route, there is a prelims stage in between. That is the first stage. Okay, and this is the most common stage, sorry, common route, because most of us have a normal bachelor's degree. It is not RSS accredited. Okay, so I believe most of us sitting here are having this degree. So most of us, 95% I would say, will be eligible for the prelims pathway. Okay, now there are two other pathways, two other routes known as senior professional assessment and specialist assessment. So to simply, senior professional assessment is like you should have minimum 10 years of work experience as a senior professional. That means senior professional means not like a senior QS or senior manager. You should be like a holding a corporate position like a director of a company or a director of a department or a direct or the CEO, COO, MD of a department or a company, like a very senior leadership roles, then you will be eligible for senior professional assessment. And specialist assessment is, it's similar to this, but you should be, for example, you will be a claims consultant, a senior claims consultant. You are specialized in one area of the QSing, okay, quantity surveying, let's say claims. So you are a claims analyst or a claims consultant. You have been working in a very senior director position for the last 10 years, then you're eligible for specialist assessment. Okay, so among these routes, these these two are important, and these two are we will be focusing upon and providing training for the student. That is the direct route and the preliminary route. Okay, so moving on, if you have any questions, please note it down. We will allow you to ask, clear your doubts at the end of the session. Okay, so now the most important part, the fees. So this fees which I'm going to describe is the fees which is payable to RICs. Okay, because to become a member, you need to pay. And to maintain your membership, you have to annually renew the membership, be it a student member or a prelims APC member or a MRICs member or ASOC member, you have to pay annual fees. Okay, so let's say for chartered assessment that we have been talking about, that is MRICS APC route, okay, whether it is direct or whether it is prelims pathway, when you first register for RICS, you have to pay 595 pounds, which is roughly 3000 dirhams, or let's say 3150 real or some Saudi real. Okay. It is a one-time fee. So you are enrolling it today, you have to pay 595 pounds. That is it. That is the one-time fee. Then you have to pay 170 yearly subscription. This is the annual membership fees, which roughly comes around 900 AED. Okay. So if you're enrolling today, you will pay 595 plus 170 pounds. Okay. Then in next January, which is in 2027, you will pay again 170 AED, not 595. 595 is one-time registration fees. Okay. So from there, every year you will pay 170 AED until you achieve MRICS. If you take MRICS in 1 year, the next year your fees will be different. If you take if you spend around 3-4 years to attain MRICS, so you will every year you will pay 170 pounds to renew your membership. Okay. And for the associate assessment, the fees are less. For example, the enrollment fee is 104 pounds and yearly subscription fee is 127 pounds. Okay, let's say now you become a member. You successfully cleared the assessment and now you are MRICS. So once you become MRICS, then the yearly fees becomes 548 pounds, which is 2800 roughly AED. Okay. That means every year, once you become an MRICS, you have to pay as a membership fee 2800 AED or 2900 Saudi Riyal. Okay. And there is a one-time election fee. So when you get elected as a chartered member, you will have to pay an election fee for around 700 dirhams. Okay. That is all. So, most of the companies, consultants, even nowadays, the contracting companies also, they are, if you are an MRICS QS, they will cover your membership fees. So the company which I am working in, they are covering like, two memberships, MRICS or MCIOB or MCIRB, they will cover. So there are many companies, even there are some very good companies, they will cover up to three memberships also. So because why they're covering? Because it being an MRSS member and working for a company, okay, so they are proud, and they you are actually increasing the company's value, right? Because you are a chartered surveyor and you're working for that company, so the company is because it is their privilege, to have you working there. So that is why the companies are coming forward to pay your annual membership fees. Okay, so this is all about membership fees, and there is something called referral or deferral fees, which is actually once you get failed in your RSS assessment, you have to pay 275 pounds for the next, session. Okay, so now coming to the pathways or the sectors, different sectors, there are many divisions. Okay, you can attain MRICS for under the building control pathway, building surveying, commercial real estate pathways, corporate real estate pathway, facility management, infrastructure, okay, minerals and waste management, project management, and property finance and investment, taxation, valuation, residential, lot of things. There are around 20 to 22 pathways, but we are all from quantity surveying and construction pathway. So if you take the Middle East, 95 percentage of the candidates will be from QS pathway, that is quantity surveying and construction pathway, and the rest 5 to 10 percentage will be from the project management background, PM pathway. Okay, so as QServe, we are providing quantity saving and construction pathway training only. Okay, so going to the next slide, how to enroll in APC, sorry, as an APC candidate in RICS. The steps are very simple, but people, have no idea, because nowhere, it is clearly mentioned about how to, enroll it in a clear manner, but it is very simple. Okay, so when you're ready to join, you just go to RICS, okay, and create an account. Creating an account is as simple as, giving your name, first name, last name, and your email ID. That's it, you will get an account. And next step is, you have to understand, you have to realize that which pathway is suitable for you, which means you will go with APC structured training, you will go with Asoka RICS, you will go with MRICS direct route, or you will go with MRICS APC prelims route. So for each route, There are different links available in the website. You can click there and it will take you to, it will start your application. So let's say you have selected APC prelims pathway, you click join and it will take you to a page where you will have to upload your degree certificate, a copy of your CV and your counselor's membership number. So, you know, what is a counselor? Counselor is somebody who is in charge of your, preparation. He should make sure that you are fully prepared and meets RIC's requirements before making the prelim submission or before going to the final assessment. Okay. So counselor role is very important. So counselor is responsible for reviewing your submission, helping you drafting your submission, and teaching you and everything. He's basically your guru, your teacher. Okay. So as part of our services, we provide counselor services. Okay. That means either myself or Midhan will be your counselor. So when you apply online, you have to input your counselor's number also. So if you have a friend who is MRICS or if you join QSER, we will give you our membership number. You can make us your counselor. Okay. So if you give all these details and there will be a lot of questionnaires like please enter your experience. So you will list out all your experience. Please enter your pathway. So you will choose quantity surveying and construction pathway. So whether there will be some easy questions. Okay. Then finally you have to make the payment. That is it. Then within 2 days, you will get a ARC portal known as Assessment Resource Center portal activated under your account. Then that is your actually RICS portal wherein you can upload your submissions. The counselor can review and do the final submission and everything. Okay. So this is all about, APC enrollment. It's very simple. So first you create an account and provide all these details and that's it. Okay. So regarding the fees, if you are paying, for example, today in January, you have to pay that £575 completely. But if you are paying first after 1st of October, for example, you have decided to enroll in RICS after October 2026, then your fees that the £575 which I mentioned earlier will be prorated. Okay. Now the submission requirements. This is the most important part, I would say. Because when I explained or when Midin explained that you have to submit something, there is prelim submission, there is final submission. This submission is what? You have to submit certain documents required by RICS. On, only then RICS will assess you because RICS cannot assess you, right? Directly because they don't know you. So they are coming to know you or they are trying to know you through your submissions only. So you have uh, submissions called as case study, summary of experience, and CPD records. And there is an ethics test known as professionalism module, which is available in your ARC portal once it is activated. Okay. So basically for prelims as well as um, for Asoka races as well as for MRACs prelims and final interviews, you have to submit the SOE. Here you can see the green color here. This is competencies, which is related to the SOE, summary of experience, which I will explain in the next slide. And there is a 3000 word case study you have to submit. Then you have to show that 48 hours of CPD you have attained in the last year. Then you have to pass the ethics module. Then this is the complete submission set. Okay. Now we will explain everything in detail. Now, as I shown here, competencies. Okay. So summary of experience. Summary of experience is simple as from the name itself we can understand. You are demonstrating your experience. How you are demonstrating? First, you have to demonstrate what you know about the topic. Second, okay, that is not level one. And level two, with the knowledge gained in level one, how you are going to put that knowledge into practice. That is known as level two or doing. So first one is level one, knowing. Level two is doing. And level three, with the experience you gained from knowing and doing, you are very good. You have reached an advisory position. That means you should attain the level one and two knowledge and you can convert into level 3, which is an advisory position. So you will be able to advise your clients. Okay, I'll give you a simple example. Let's start with, the payments. Okay, let's talk about the payments. Everybody knows payments, right? Many of you are working in consultants, as a contractor or client. So everybody have dealt with the payments, contractor payments. Okay. Let's say level one. So level one, what do you know about payments? Okay, so let's say if somebody asks me, tell me, Siat, what is your understanding about what are the things you know about payment certificates? So I would say, okay, payment certificate comprises of the basic stuffs like there will be a section for the main works. There you will be converted into progress. Okay, then there will be I'm talking about the heads of the payment certificate. The first page of payment certificate. So I'm saying that there will be a section for main works. There will be a section for material on site, material off site. There will be variations, there will be retentions applicable, there will be advance payment details, advance payment recovery details, any other deductions, okay, and the details of previously certified amounts, and finally I will arrive to the net payment amount for the current month. So this is what my level one, right? Because I know what a payment certificate comprises of. Now, when somebody asks you, how do you do a payment certificate? Because you already know level one. So I will say, I have the main work section. So how will I arrive a cumulative progress amount? As a contractor, I will sit with my site engineers or project manager and convert all the site progress into money, right? Because you have a tool known as BOQ, you have a program through which through all these you will convert the progress into money. That is the amount against the item main works. Then you have MOS. How you will you create? You told me that you told me that MOS is a section in the payment certificate, right? So what is MOS? How do you do it? So I will tell him, okay, MOS means material on site. So to prepare material on site, I will, whatever material is delivered and stored inside, I will, compile all the material inspection requests, approved material inspection requests. I will compile all the delivery notes. I will compile all the invoices and attach together, create an Excel file. Okay, XYZ materials. These are the MIR, material inspection request reference, approved, approved, approved. These are the delivery notes, which shows how many quantities are delivered. I will put the BOQ reference of these items, so all these I will compile because you already know level one. You are just implementing it in the level two stage. So with all this, I will arrive at an material on-site amount. Now retention. So you have main works, variations, MOS and everything. Now you will apply retention. So what is retention? Okay. So from where you will get the retention percentage? I will refer to the conditions of contract. Okay. Or the particular conditions. Sorry, the appendix to tender where it is clearly mentioned 10% is the retention. Okay. So I will apply 10% of the all the the subtotal above. So I will get the retention amount. Then there is an advance payment. I might have secured 10% advance payment against the contract value. So I have to, it is a loan, so I have to repay it to the client. So you will put 10% advance recovery. Okay. So this all demonstrates that whatever level one, it's not only that you also know how to apply it into practice to deliver an output. Okay. Now coming to the level three, let's say you're a contractor. Okay. So your project manager is coming to you. CR, we are facing an issue. All these months we have been getting payments on time. Good. Now we have only 3 months left for the project. We are in the 90% stage. Okay, but we are going to face in the upcoming 3 months a severe cash flow issue. Okay, if we don't find a way, we will be in real trouble. Okay, the client is trusting us so much. Okay, so I cannot at this stage go to a financing institution to secure additional amount of loan. I cannot rotate money from my other projects. So as a chartered surveyor, can you tell me what should I do? So now you are in an advisory position. So if you're a chartered surveyor, level three experience, that is advisory or recent advice, using the depth of knowledge you gained in level one and two, you should be able to give to your project manager. So in this case, what you will do? Okay, dear project manager, I will come up with a solution. Okay. And you will think and you will tell him, okay, the easiest way, the easiest not much complicated way is we will ask either additional advance payment to the contract to the client. We can, we can, revise our advance payment guarantee. Okay, or we will provide him some other forms of financial security for the additional advance payment. Or there is another solution. We can simply ask the client to release the retention early. Instead, to protect the client, we will give a retention bond. Okay, because usually retention will be released only after handover. So handover is going to take, or handover in the sense, once you get the taking over certificate, that is going to happen after 3 or 4 months. Till then, you cannot wait. Your company, your project will be suffering. So you, as a chartered surveyor, you are providing an advice to your project manager, because if we ask the client an advance retention instead of waiting for 3 4 months to release the retention, you will ask him, please release 5% retention now. So we'll get 10 20 million in one shot. So the client, at the same time, the client also should be secure, right? If you take all the retention, then there is no, security for the client. You will say, to protect the client, we will offer them a retention bond. Okay, so if something happened, the client can encash the bond, right? So this is a simple example. So this is what RICS is expecting from all the competencies. Competencies means the syllabus. I will talk the topics which RICS is recommending where you should gain level 1, 2, and 3 experience. Okay, now coming to the summary of experience. So as I told, this is a statement demonstrating your experience. So for APC pathway, whether it is direct pathway or prelims pathway, your summary of experience should have a maximum of 5,500 words. In that, there are two sections. One is some mandatory competencies, and there are some core competencies. So core competencies, your overall word count should be 4,000 words, and mandatory competencies should be 1,500 words. For associate pathway, total should be 3,000, out of which 1,000 for the mandatory, 2,000 for the technical competencies or the core competencies. Now, what are the competencies? Let's go here. So these are the RICS competencies. Competencies means, as I told before, APC means assessment of professional competence. So RICS wants to assess you in certain areas, right? RICS will not assess you how well you play football. No use for them, right? How well you play cricket, how well you cook. No, it is not their competency. RICS is competent, or the competency, the specialism of RICS is these things. They provide surveying services, they provide commercial management services, advisory services to many private and public clients. They uphold high levels of ethics and professionalism. All these are the RICS competencies. So RICS will do an assessment on these competencies only. So these competencies are related to quantitative surveying pathway. Okay. So as you see here, there is mandatory competency in the blue color. There is core competency and optional competency. So mandatory competency, you see, it is the general competencies. Okay. So reading, I'll just read ethics. It is one of the most important, because whatever knowledge you have, it doesn't matter if you are not ethical, right? If you take bribe after having, you have 25 years of experience in contract administration, you're a super cost consultant, but you take bribes, you don't respect others, you have no professionalism, then nothing will help you, right? So ethics is the most important competency. If you ask RSS, they would say ethics is the most important competency. Okay, so that is a mandatory competency. You cannot, there is no option to avoid it. This is mandatorily required for a professional surveyor. Now, so ethics level 3, you should have level 3 knowledge. Now, certain competencies you don't need level 3 advisory knowledge. You just need level 2. That is client care. There is a competency called client care. There is a competency called communication negotiation. There is a competency named health and safety. And there are some level 1 competencies where you just need to know the basics level 1. You don't have to have level 2 and 3 experience, such as accountings, business planning, conflict avoidance, data management, inclusivity, diversity, sustainability, etc. Now, coming to the core competencies, you should be very well specialized and experienced in core competencies. So here it is written level 3, which means you should have level 1 knowing level, level 2 doing level, and level 3 advisory level against all of these 6 core competencies. So this will be very familiar to you, I'm sure. For example, the first one, commercial management, right? You know what is commercial management? Construction technology, because we are all working in construction. If you don't have an idea of the construction techniques or technology, you cannot work there, right? Now, contract practice, you have to deal with contracts. Procurement tendering, you have to deal with tendering, procurement activities and all. right? A QS should have sufficient knowledge in this competency. And project financial control and project reporting also. Then quantification, that is the basic competency of a QS. Quantification and costing or pricing. Those who are working in estimation and all are very much related to quantification and costing. So all these competencies RACS is expecting in level 3 competence in all these competencies. And there is optional competencies. You can choose two among any of these competencies, and that should be up to level 2. Okay. So this is all about SOE and competencies. Now coming to the case study. Now submission, I told there are three parts: case study, sorry, SOE, which we already discussed, case study, and CPD. CPD, okay, we'll come to that. Now case study. Case study means it is a document where you will describe, you will explain about a project and the key issue, critical issue you faced in that project, and how it was a challenge to you and your project, and how you successfully resolved that key issue. That is a short story of a case study. Okay. So as I told, the example of SOE, okay, there was a project. Okay. How can you convert that example to case study? I'll just tell you. So you have a project where you faced a cash flow issue. Okay, so you are saying, so the project manager comes to you and saying, Siat, this is the case. Okay, now you have to help me. You have to solve it. Can you give me 3, 4 options so I can present it to the client? Okay, so this is a critical issue for you. So you have a project, construction of a shopping mall, let's say, and what is the key issue or the critical issue you are facing? The cash flow issue. Now, what are the options you will propose as a chartered surveyor? You should be competent enough to propose 3 or 4 feasible solutions or options to successfully resolve the case study. So as I said earlier, the first option you are saying additional loan, sorry, additional advance payment from the client. Second option, early retention release. Third option, you would say uh, rotate the money from some other project. Fourth option, you would say, you know, uh, get additional loan from something. So all four should be some kind of feasible options, and you should suggest the best option among these 4 options, and the client or your management will accept that, and with that option, the case study or the key issue will be resolved. So that is how you will be presenting a case study. Okay. So the structure of a case study will be, there will be a project background, there will be key issue, you will identify 3 to 4 feasible solutions. You will critically analyze the solutions. You will, for each option, you will explain and write about the advantages if it is implemented, and disadvantages if it is implemented. So you will critically analyze and compare among all these 3 or 4 options, and you will score them. Okay, first option, cost, quality, time, sustainability. So there are some factors you will assign, and against that you will score, and you will finally arrive at a score. For example, option 1 is scoring 8 out of 10. Option 2 is scoring 7 out of 10. Option 3 is scoring 10 out of 10. So the best option is option 10. So that is how you're quantitatively and qualitatively and quantitatively you will prove that this is the best option. Okay, that is critical analysis option, and advise the best option. So this is how a case study should be given. So the conditions is your case study should be not older than last 2 years. So if you are submitting in February, for example, 2026, your case study should not be before February 2024. Okay, so that is the condition. Okay, so for Ashoka RICS also there is case study, and that is 2,500 words. For MRICS, it is 3,000 words. Okay, now CPD as I explained, it is simple. You have to continue your professional development through learning activities. Okay, so what are the learning activities? You sit in your room and read some of the RICS books. You try to, and you watch a YouTube video to understand the feeding clauses. You are attending this session, it is a learning session for you. You're attending some CPDs conducted by RICS. Yes, it is a learning session. Your friend or your manager is providing training to you on cost reporting. That is a CPD. So all these learning activities are CPD. Okay, so RICS, so it has some requirement. If you are applying for APC pathway, in the last 1 year, you should record at least 48 hours of CPD. Okay. And in that 48 hours, 50% should be formal CPDs. Formal CPDs in the sense this is a formal CPD because this CPD is very structured and you are learning something and there is a structured output. What is informal CPD? You are just reading a book. Okay, so there nobody is controlling, right? You're just reading. So nobody controls. You can read from one page and you skip some topics and go to the 100th page and read some work. You're reading, of course, you're learning, but it's not a structured way. So those kind of things are known as informal CPD. Okay, so out of 48 hours, at least 24 hours should be formal CPDs. This is the requirement of RICS. Now, once you become chartered, can you stop the CPD? No, because learning is always a continuous activity, right? Till you die. So even after becoming MRICS, you still have to maintain CPD records for 20 hours per year. So before MRICS, it is 48 hours. Now after MRICS, you still have to maintain 20 hours of CPD. Okay. Now coming to the preliminary submissions. Okay. So as I told, you now have a better idea about SOE, case study and CPD records. Okay. Now preliminary submission. So let's say in 2026, next month is the preliminary submission window. February it is. Okay. February first week. Okay. So every year there are two windows, one in February and one in August. Okay. For the prelims. So next month the window is opening for the prelims. So let's say you are a candidate, you have already prepared and everything. You will submit, there will be a 1 week window. As I told earlier, once you pay the fees, you will get an ARC portal, assessment resource center portal, like a website for you. There you will online, upload all the documents and your counselor will review and approve it online itself. So once you submit all the documents, you will have to wait for 3 months. Then you will get an email from RICS. Congratulations, you have successfully cleared your prelims submission. However, these are the comments. We noted that in commercial management competency, your level 3 example, what you have written is not up to the mark. So please try to rewrite it in your final submission. Or they will say your case study is very well, there's criticality is there. Option 1 is good. Option 3 is good, but option 2 is little weaker. Think about some other options, but still it is approved. They will say. So that means you can proceed to the final submission, which will happen after 6 months. That will be in September 2026. Okay. Now, sometimes they will send an email saying that unfortunately your submission is not suitable to proceed, which doesn't mean that you failed completely. No, which means that a referral. There is no such terms called failure or fail in RICS. We call it as either success, success or referral. Referral means your submission is good because you had basic eligibility criteria and knowledge. That is why we let you to submit the prelims, right? So you're not like a 0 person. You have all the knowledge and experience, but this time your submission is not up to the mark. So we are referring you to the next window. That is it. So they will refer you to the next window. So after 6 months, again you will make another prelim submission and submit. Okay. So until you get proceed signal from RICS, you will continue submitting a prelim submission. But prelim submission, maximum, only very poor submissions will take 3 or 4 times to pass. But if it's a very good submission, 100% in the first session itself, you will get passed. Okay. So now final submission. So let's say you submitted February, in March, April, May, you get the result. Congratulations, you passed prelims. Now in September, again a window will open where you will submit all these submissions again, with minor adjustments if required, comment as commented by RICS. Then you will submit, that is called as final submission. Then within 2 months, that is in November, you will get a date for the interview. That is the final assessment. There is no written exam. This is the final 1 hour interview that will happen online. RICS will give you a date and time. You will click the meeting link. You will go there. They will ask you, they will interview you for one hour. And once you clear that interview, that is it. Congrats, you are MRICS. If you fail in the interview, they will let you know in 1 week and they will tell you this time you are not suitable. So please, we are referring it to the next, referring you to the next window. That means after 6 months, you can go do final submission again and go for the interview. Once prelims is passed, that's it. There is no other prelims. Even if you got you were not successful in the final submission, again you don't have to submit prelims. Prelims is prelims one time. Once it is done, done. Now, once you got referred in the final, after 6 months you will try it again. That's it. Okay, that is how these prelims and final submission works. Now the interview. So the interview is 1 hour. Sometimes it may go up to 1 hour 10 minutes or 1 hour 15 minutes maximum. Okay. So what they will test you, the candidate, whatever they have explained in your summary of experience and case study, are they real? Do the candidate possess real knowledge, or they just bluffed in the submission? I need to test it. So what? So you would write in the SOE in level one, I know about cost report, I know about CVR, I know about CTC, and level two, right? For CTC, I did this. For reports, I did this. Advisory, for the level three, you might have written, I advise the client, okay, for this project, we have to implement this type of cost reporting mechanism, blah, blah, blah. You write. Now, the assessor coming for the interview have read all this. Now he will test you whether what you have written is correct or not. If you have written, I know everything about cost report, he will ask you, can you tell me the contents of the cost report? He will test you. Okay. Likewise, he will test you level 2, 3 knowledge. He will give you situations. Okay, if this is the situation, okay, what you will suggest? For example, he will ask, okay, if the contract is facing cash flow in a project which is about to complete, what is your suggestion? How will you advise your project manager? You will say these three options. Likewise. Okay. So likewise, 1 hour there will be interview, but it's not like complete 60 minutes. They will ask you questions. Not like that. First, the panel, RIC's interview panel will consist of three guys, minimum two guys, maximum three guys. Okay. So there will be an assessor, there will be two assessors and one chairman. Chairman is the senior most person who will control the interview. Okay. So in the first 5 minutes, chairman will give you, chairman will welcome you. Welcome, Siad. Okay, this is how interview is going to be. We will ask you this. Interview will be 1 minute. Are you okay? Are you're mentally and physically fit for today's interview? So you can start. Okay. Then after 5 minutes, you will start your presentation. Do you have to prepare a 10 to 15 slides of your case study that you already submitted in your final submission, right? You have to prepare a 10 to 15 pages slides and you have to present it. You will explain, this is my case study, this is my project, this is the critical issue I faced, this is the options I proposed, this is the critical analysis I did, this is how I scored it. Finally, this is how I recommended and solved the key issue. You just present it. Why do they want presentation? Because they want to test you whether you are confident in speaking. Okay, because if you speak well confidently, if you appear, you are well presented, in even your attitude, your pleasing personality, your communication skills, your way of dressing, because end of the day you are going to become a chartered professional. You are not an ordinary engineer, ordinary professional. You are a chartered professional, right? So everything will be, that is why the interview was in interview is online and video interview. Earlier, maybe 3-4 years back, before this COVID and all, it was a physical interview. We used to go to a hotel and there will be a big panel within a hotel room. We'll go there, they will interview you. Now there is no such hassle. It's completely online. You can have the interview at your comfort of your home itself. Okay. So after 10 minutes of presentation, the next 10 minutes will be the questioning from that presentation. Okay, whatever you presented, the panel will note it. Okay, this guy said this. Okay, I will note this. These are my questions, doubts. In the next 10 minutes, they will question you about the case study. Then next 30 to 40 minutes, they will question you from the summary of experience and your CPD records. So if you're written, I know this, they will test your knowledge. If you have written, I have attended a CPD of cost reporting, they will ask you, okay, you attended a CPD. Can you tell me what you learned from that? Okay, you learned this. Can you tell me what is the difference between a cost reporting and a lump sum and remeasurable contract? They will ask you because they want to test you. Whatever you have written is not just bluffing. It is from real experience. Really you learned it. They will test you. Likewise, 30 to 40 minutes, this will go on. And finally, 5 minutes, they will conclude, okay, thanks for your time. This is it. You will get the result in 1 week's time. Like that, they will conclude. So minimum of 1 hour, maximum it will go up to 1 hour, 10 minutes. Okay, this is how an interview is working. And one important thing you have to note it. Earlier, I mean, till end of 2025, there were no such limits for the number of attempts. From January 1st, 2026, RICS has changed the policy. Now they have made maximum 4 attempts for the final interview. Okay, so you have only 4 chances. And even if you fail in the fourth chance, you can still approach RICS, and the RICS will give you 1 hour, sorry, 1 year training. They will ask you like a structured training. They will ask you to go and train properly for 1 year, and they'll give you one more chance. That will be the fifth and final attempt. Even after you go to the fifth attempt and you fail in the interview, that is it. Then you can never get MRICS in your lifetime. So it is actually very strange because very strange in the sense it was very surprising for all of us as being assessors, because we never expected this move from RICS. Earlier, people were, but in one way it is good because the students will take it more seriously, and it is a quality control measure from RICS. So if the interview is more strict, if the number of attempts is limited, people will come very well prepared. Only experienced or knowledgeable candidates will come. They will prepare it very well and they will crack the interview. They will be a good addition to the market, right? So to control that, RICS is putting such measures. So every year we can expect some, different, strategy or policy changes from RICS. So I would suggest, if you have a plan to do RICS, start from this year itself. Okay, because every year the interviews are getting difficult, the requirements are getting difficult, the policies may change, the number of competition is increasing. That is why. So this is all about interview. Now, my friend Midin will explain about our services, how we will be with you in the MRS's journey. What are our services? How can we support you? Okay, okay. So all these things Midin will explain. How to you, Midin?
Thank you, Sia. Thanks for explaining in a very, very detailed manner. I hope you touch base like each and every minute point of SOU, case study, CPD, everything. It was indeed a very detailed explanation and testifying to very, very detailed perspective. Thank you, Siad. I just would like to conclude what Siad explained till now. So if you look into the process of RICS, the first step is enrollment. It's more like you joining for RICS or you decided to go for RICS enrollment. The second process is like you have to attend CPD. CPD continuous personal development, whatever. Literally, you need to get 48 hours CPDs. That's a mandatory requirement for that. So the courses we are giving, the session you are attending from outside, all will count as CPDs. Then you have to submit something called SOE and case study. So just like when we're doing BTech or studying any degree, we have many subjects. Same like they call it as a competencies, like different competencies, optional, mandatory, and core competencies. Just for time being, let us call it as a subjects, many subjects. Where in subject we have to write our experience. Siad give you very good example from the contracts and the commercial part of it, like how you know, do and things. I also would like to give a very small example in a very small. I mean, I won't go in that detail in a crisp way. Just imagine you want to write something on contracts or you want to write something on commercial management. So just imagine you open a Excel file, 3 sheets you open, you put level 1, level 2, level 3. You name it level 1, level 2, level 3. Or just say you open a Word file, in the top you write level 1, a space and an enter. So what you going to write in level 1? So what you're going to write is purely commercial management. So you write, I'm aware of payment certificate. I'm aware of payment application. I'm also aware, I have awareness about the uh, change management. I also attained knowledge from the knowledge in claims. I also aware of this is the way you write. You can say we attended at CPD with the QServe, and from that I obtained knowledge about the claims and procedures. level 1 over level 2 you will write. I When I'm working with the project called ABCD or XYZ, I was assigned as a quantity surveyor where I prepared payment certification. And in other instant, when I was working with the other project, I prepared payment application. I prepared subcontract agreement for the subcontractors. This is the way you write level 2. In level 3 you will write, when I was working in one project called say Dubai development, one of my contractor submit a payment application, but I noticed that he hasn't applied say retention money, so his claim value was really high. So I advise him to revise the payment application to include all the deductible. Very small example. Don't take it like this is the way you go and try it. I want to make sure like how you go into this. Like level 1, you are aware of things. Level 2, you did. Level 3, I advised. Basically, when you're writing, you're going to use three different language. When I say language, style. In the level 1, you're going to write, I'm aware of, I'm attained, I have awareness, I have knowledge. Level 2, I did this, I did that. That's the way in level 2. In level 3, I have advised. So that is the way level 1, level 2, level 3. And in a case study, basically there is a critical issue. A critical issue, if you're not attended, that going to impact your project in a very, very bad way. So you have to attend. So for that cases, you have to give three options. Okay, just imagine you are living in UAE and you have to pay the rent next month. You're not getting salary this month. What will you do? There will be three options. Maybe you will crack your credit card. Maybe you borrow from your friend. Maybe you'll take money from India. Maybe some three, four options will be there. All three options are fit only. But which one you choosing, that is matters. Maybe you will take from buy get from India, or you will use credit card, or you arrange from friends. For this issue, like you have to pay the rent but you don't have money right now, salary is not been paid. So the matter is how you going to choose the best option and implement. That's case study, simple as it is. Okay, so talking about our role in this journey. So from the very beginning, enrollment, we will be a counselor for you. Many candidates are trying to get a counselor. So we will be your counselor for this journey. Me, Siad, or any of our friends will be acting as a counsel for your journey. Counselor means the guy who's going to support you from starting to end of the journey. And then we give training. Our training is completely structured in such a way that we add both theoretical and practical element. Normally we conduct the training in 6 months. Like when you start January second week, it will end by end of June. So 6 months we have training. Every week we will be having 2 days training, 2 hours. Like Monday and Thursday, we will be having training every week, okay? And it will be like 2 hours. Because we go in very detail so that we need to make sure you are aware about the concept. And we used to make it 100 hours. Normally, it will be like 100 hours of training you're getting. It's more like attending a diploma session actually. We go in every competencies. We going so detailed with the element of practical part. Like we literally open course report and explain you. We literally prepare a cash flow forecast in front of you. That's the way we do training. You can refer our training sessions from YouTube videos because we are already doing some YouTube sessions. We have an insight a WhatsApp group like where we share our knowledge and YouTube's videos and sessions, live sessions. We have a really 200 plus members are there. So if you look into our YouTube channel, you can see our videos and same way we are explaining in a session also. So case study, we will guide you to draft case study. We don't draft case study, but we'll guide you to draft case study. We will review the case study, we'll give you the feedback, and we make sure the case study fit for submission. And SOE also same manner. We don't draft for you, but same time we will review, we will help you to redraft, we will make you to structure it and everything. So I would like to emphasize one point over here. Our detailing and our review is so detailed. So that's the reason whoever submit the last APC, all are clear the prelim submission. That means all our candidates SOE and case study were fit for the submission and they all qualified for the final interview. So that's the level of detailing we are going to. Then once you submit case study and SOE, and when you get the result, then you're going to have a Q&A sessions. Like we will be having Q&A session every week, one day. Just imagine you have a June, you submit the SOE and case study, you get a result by end of November or December. Then next day onwards, you will start Q&A sessions. Like every competencies, we will be having Q&A sessions. We will deep dive into QA, CS, CPD, everything, and make sure you are making yourself ready for the interview. Okay, and again, we will be having mock interviews like successful candidates. We will be arranging mock interview, unlimited mock interview. I would say, like whenever they want, they can approach us. They will providing you the mock interview, and the community's benefit. Like we have a really big network across the UAE, and we have a team called a WhatsApp team called QSub InHub, Inside Hub actually, where we post all the information, job notification, everything over here. Last but the not least, the very important thing, placement support. We have to ensure used to ensure like our candidates get placed in the right companies. So not everybody approaching us for a job, but in our group, if any one of you join with us, and if you're looking for a job change, you can always approach us, and we used to make sure we used to place them in the right company, not in a random companies. We need to make sure we place them in a grade consultant or contractors. So this is what we do, and if you're interested to join with us, you can always approach us. We are giving our WhatsApp number and mail ID details in the next slide. And that's it from our side, guys. Thank you very much for your participation, and really appreciate your patience also. After your busy work schedule, you took time, you find time to spend with us, like on almost 1.5 hours you spend with us. It's really appreciated. It's really showcasing your strive, and you're showcasing your it's really a loud statement from your side. I really want to appreciate. I really want to thank you behalf of QServe, and it's really a good session as well. And we are open to any questions. If you have any questions, you can ask us now, and we're going to enable your what do you call that, your uh, audio mic now. Maybe you can speak now. Thank you, guys. I just would like to emphasize one more thing. If you are doubtful about joining our session, we have you can join us, attend one or two session. If you're not working out, if you think it's not worth, you can always back out, because we used to have this a policy of a payback policy actually. Like what you do basically, we will tell people to join with us. If somebody is sure about the session, welcome always. But if you are doubtful about the session, join with us, attend two or three classes, then you can decide should you join or not. I hope that clear. Yes, guys, your mic is on now, and we are happy to answer your questions. Hi, Prasan Hevage. He asked a question like how much. Prasan, if you're interested, you may please send a message to the WhatsApp number in the screen. They will be sharing you the details of fees and structures, because we have multiple options like only sessions, session plus support. So we have multiple options and multiple fee options. You may please send message to the WhatsApp number. They will be guiding you. That's the admin number. They will be guiding you about the fees and structure. So most probably next Monday we will be starting our first class on contract practice. Hi Annie, actually this PPT our personal QSR presentation. We might not be sharing it this PPT, but if you want specific information, we would be happy to share across. But this PPT we are not sharing. But again, if you want any specific information, you can ask us. That details will be shared. Sorry, Ayani, because we have this QS logo, and because QSO logo, and we have pattern right everything over here, which is some difficulty in sharing. Thank you very much, guys. So if you have no doubt and no questions, you are free to drop off. I'll be staying here for
Hello.
10 more minutes. Yep. Who's this?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, Midhun. This is
No
Shafat.
worries. Yes, Shafat.
Uh, uh, is the this session will it be uploaded on your YouTube channel as well, so that if I want to
Yes,
rewatch it?
yes, yes, Shafat. It will be in our YouTube channel soon.
Okay, thank you.
And all our sessions and all our videos in inside group, because what we do normally in weekly we'll be doing very small sessions, like small topic but long sessions. Small topic we'll took and we'll explain 1 hour. So that also you can find in YouTube channels. We also just to ensure everybody get benefited, just to make sure inclusive in the nature as well. But somebody who want MRICS, for them we are taking this separate sessions. Thank you. Hassan Hussein, I'm typing the YouTube channel link, sorry, name. You can type my name in YouTube. It's Mithun Suvarnan, QServe Consult. Mithun. So I just posted our QServe, I mean, the YouTube channel name. You can type Mithun Suvarnan dot QServe Consult. That is the YouTube channel name actually. You'll be able to see all the videos and sessions in that video. Our past sessions, all the past sessions will be there. So thank you guys and good night. If you are no doubt, you can drop off. I'll be staying here 5 more minutes in case if anybody has any doubts. Thank you very much.
Hi, Mr. Midin. Safar here.
Hi, Safar. How are you?
Yeah, fine, fine.
Yes, Safar. Tell me,
When
please.
will be the SOE and case study submissions will come? Okay, what
So
next month?
first, suffer, first you need to attend the sessions. Normally
Okay,
we took 6 months to complete the full sessions, like every topics, whichever we explain, like, CR shows you like competencies, optional, core, and mandatory. We give you
okay,
training in all these session. So then only you can submit the SOE and case study. But what we are doing normally, so just example, the first competency contact practice is the first competency. Okay, so we
okay,
finish the session and we make sure you mandatory write the SOE next week, because if you start piling up at the end, people will think, no, let us submit next week, next month, then next session, like that. We have we have a lesson learned now. So what we decided from last session also, we did the same thing. We took the class for the one topic, and next week once it's finished, we will tell our candidates to write the SOE and submit, because we will get enough time to review, and same time by end of the session you will be ready with SOE. You need no need to worry about SOE at all. Only you need to focus case study at the end. And normally it will, like, by June you will be ready with the case study, SOE, and you can submit directly to the portal.
okay.
Hope it's clear, Suffer.
Yeah, clear. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Suffer. Anib, no need to register now. Okay. Let us wait till maybe July, August, somewhere only. Then you can do the registration. Now, no need to register because you will be ending at paying the full amount for them. And if the worst case, if you're not submitting also, you will lose the full money. So don't register now. We'll wait till like maybe end of June, July. Then you can do registration and enrollment. Okay, team. Thank you very much. We are about to wrap the session. Again, a big thanks from Hussein. What is the question? Sorry, guys. There's a question from Hussein. We are preparing ourselves for July or August submission, correct? So, Hussein, there will be two from QServe. There will be two sessions actually. One session, Jan to June. Second session, June to Jan. So, Jan to June session will be submitting by end of August. July, August will be over. By August or July, you will submit all the paperwork and you will go for the, you wait for the interview. Or by August, you will submit the prelim submission and wait for the interview. And June to Jan session. So by January, we will finish every session and classes. But by February, you will be submitting. Thank you, team. So if you have any doubt, you can approach us through the WhatsApp number, or you can connect us in LinkedIn also. You can ask questions, doubt, whatever through our page also. So all whatever manner you wish, it's okay for us. So we have our QServe page is there in the LinkedIn, and me and Siad is all in the LinkedIn. You can contact us also if in case you need a personal direction or support. And if you want to have videos, you can refer to our YouTube channel also. And I really appreciate if you could join our Inside Hub WhatsApp group, because we are really focused to share the knowledge between the big team also. So last Sunday before that also we did 2 sessions. It's a very engaging section actually. So yep, that's all about your session guys today. Thank you very much and good night.